Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with the Expanse, this time episode 4 of the third season. In the last episode, the Earth got hit by Mars. For some reason, Sadavir couldn't wait and he was so eager to destroy something that, he didn't wait for the Secretary General approval and just warmed up the railguns. And when the time came to actually destroy the platforms, one of the railguns didn't shot when it was supposed to, and it gave Mars enough time to shot a missile before the platform was destroyed. And most 2 million people dead, so yay. Also, Christian is doing better. She's trying to convince Holden to send a message to Souther, but on Agatha King, where Souther is, the Admiral came and he's working with Sadavir as well, and he wants to take Agatha King to Io. Great. Also, Cotillard is okay, so yay. Also, for my surprise, Mao decided to end the experiments on the kids. So, yay. I hope it's gonna last, this decision, and it's not gonna change his mind. But I don't know, either he decides to go back to continue their business because it happened before, or he actually gonna stop. But I don't know what to think about Strickland, so that's something. Anyway, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start, so without further ado, let's do this.
Cut Tarash for 1,000 meter. Match vector.
They're going after the Nagu. Oh, they found it already. Has no more fuel. And it's just floating. I mean, it's still moving because, the, what is called, inertia. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh, of course, yeah, right. They have to turn it around, so they put the drones only on the side. I mean, they put it on both sides, but started only.
I don't know how you can stand to wear that thing.
It's the skin of my enemy.
I guess that makes this the skin of my ex. Naomi gave us these. They'll let us read news feeds, talk to the crew, but no communication.
The Razorback.
I've met his mother. I get the impression he won't be able to ride the fence for long. Let's give him a push.
Right now is the worst idea to send the message to Souther.
Project Caliban is more than just a stable proto-hybrid super soldier. It is also a state-of-the-art weapons delivery system, as the following images show.
Another tool.
Doc, I thought we learned our lessons about leaving tools unsecured in zero G.
Is that the message Strickland sent to Sadavir? Like the presentation, like a TV commercial?
I'm sorry you're having to see this.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be worse inside. I'm gonna go and make something nice for everyone when they get back.
I used to know this fantastic recipe for red kibble.
Red kibble.
A Belter staple, hot and spicy.
Might make the work easier with some lights and gravity, too.
Roger that.
What is the sound? There's someone alive. On a Martian ship.
Someone's alive in here.
Why are they setting up an emergency airlock?
Rescue operation. They might have found some survivors, and if we hadn't been stripping the dead, we wouldn't have.
Are we too late?
I knew Mars wouldn't leave us behind.
Well,
The one thing that we know for certain, the one thing I can offer, is this. Humanity has faced the unprecedented before. We have discovered the unimagined wonders and terrors before. We have seen our way through even the darkest nights. And I am here to tell you from my heart that we will do so again. And that I must tell you with the greatest sorrow is the truth that Mars has turned away from. Given a chance to transcend our history, Mars has instead insisted on what
the
we call
bitch
independence.
changed the speech. These are not the words Anna wrote. The other way he was like, oh, what a great speech you wrote.
They have lost sight of our shared humanity, and so they must be reminded.
He was such a bitch.
We'll be ready to turn over the whole system once the Agatha King arrives.
I want all the data cores and backups on my shuttle.
So they are
Just the children
sending.
for travel. They'll all be coming with me.
Sir,
They are sending
I'm afraid that not all of the
the
children
hybrids.
survived.
This Katoa died.
How
No, he's alive.
Jesse.
Then what the fuck?
You're gonna be fine.
So
Whoa.
beautiful.
You certainly are.
We lost our command deck right away. It was cut clean off. The whole ship was flashing lights and alarms, and in 1 second, all the air was gone.
We were below. I didn't know what to do. I forgot every last bit of my training.
I love Amos so much. Every time he's meeting someone, he's looking at them like they're like he's analyzing them. And I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing.
That's a Tachi jumpsuit. This is the Tachi.
You're James Holden.
All right, easy, guys.
This is a stolen Martian ship.
It's our boat now. You'll get food, medical attention, whatever you may need. But for now, you're confined to your quarters.
So we are prisoners.
You're alive. I didn't see a line of Martian ships coming to save you.
There's nothing else here.
We're at war. No one's a civilian.
Okay, all right, kids, enough's enough. All right, settle down. I said settle down.
We're taking the ship.
No, you won't. I mean, there's Bobby there, so I mean, Amos is also, but not at the moment on the ship. So
This is Anna Volvodov. Back in their protester days, she was his conscience. She wrote the speech that
protest
created his
against
political
what?
career. The distance from Amazonia to Montana is less than what we
I
have
don't know.
traveled since this conversation started. The longer this goes, the more bombs will fall.
You know, the place where your mother is.
Find us a router to bounce a type beam off of. Something that can't be traced back to us. Send it out as quietly as we can.
When their people are in danger, everyone is doing things that others might not agree with.
You can't trust her.
And I can trust you.
Oh.
I understand what she is.
But now you should understand Naomi. Kind of. I mean, it's not the same thing because, you know, one is a protomolecule that can endanger a lot of people. And one is just a message that could endanger just the ship. Well, goddamn, hold on. I mean, he was in the military, but I think it's the first time that I see him fight like this.
Put it down. You first.
Do what he says.
I just sent out the master alarm, which means you have between now and whenever my mechanic gets back.
Hey, fellas.
Normal day for Bobby.
So what's all the ruckus? Stay right there, big girl. Okay, I'm gonna give you a pass because you're young and stupid. But keep pointing that thing at me and I'm gonna take it away from you. I learned a while back that the hardest part of this game is figuring out who the enemy really is. And these guys aren't it.
Good job, Bobby. Your triple skill are great.
Shit. Did I miss it?
Pretty much.
I used to believe that there was a decent man somewhere inside you, buried under all that ambition. I'm sorry I was so wrong.
Such a bitch.
When you rejoin your fleet, I have something I want you to show to your commanding officer. Tell him it came from me. Ask him to pass this along to Admiral Souther.
A UN and Admiral.
He is with the Third Fleet around Jupiter.
You are the only thing that I know I'm doing right, and I need that right now.
We need you.
She gonna die.
We love you. Come home.
I am on my way.
Is she gonna die?
I love you.
And never, or something will happen and she won't go home.
Caracal, dispatched by Korshunov to take delivery of your proto-molecule technology, was destroyed over Ganymede.
By me.
And I gave the order. And I can give the same order to end your life.
I want to go home. I want to see my dad.
Well, you're not well enough to travel.
Can I talk to my dad?
That's not possible because of the war.
So what? Like, how is this gonna play out? He's gonna take the kids and then what? It's not that they can just give them back to their families because they're gonna talk. So
bandwidth and distance irrelevant. The limitations require input redundancy.
Take her.
what happened?
I'm sorry. I feel so weird.
He's going like from, oh my god, that's blood.
My hands.
Did he kill the nurse? He's going like from
Inherent to repurposing.
from Katoa.
Disassembly reveals useful pathways.
He disabled the nurse. Oh, that's kind of cool actually. It's a bit messy. And it's weird that it's so messy.
The rest of the proto-molecule
But
infestation.
it's so interesting.
You are right to continue.
What?
He's the key to everything.
I mean, of course. That lasted a lot. His decision of stopping everything. So that was a thing. That was Katoa. But I mean, he wasn't Katoa anymore since he got injected with the protomolecule. There wasn't Katoa anymore. So it's kind of a shame. But this episode was really crazy. Not necessarily crazy, but really good. I just loved it so much. And I'm also happy that, got to see Drummer again. And that whole thing with her taking over the Nauvoo, I don't know. But for some reason I found it really, really beautiful. All those ships and the Nauvoo being this big ass ship and the drones that kind of look like bees. So many bees and, having to turn around the Nauvoo and the placement of the drones and the statue breaking mid, turning. I don't know. For some reason I found it so nice. I just love the Expanse so much. And I gotta be honest, I'm not that much into sci-fi shows. I mean, I watch everything. I will try everything, and if after few episodes I don't like, I stop. And I noticed that, in many cases, I just kind of, move over the sci-fi. Um, I really don't remember any kind of newer sci-fi show that I watched, but this show, I just I love it so much. Like, the characters are so good, and like the universe, like the literal universe and the Expanse universe. And even if I'm like a fan of um fantasy in general, I really appreciate how real the Expanse feels. I don't know. I just love the Expanse so much. Salavir. I just he changed the speech that Anna wrote for the Secretary General, and I mean, I think I should be surprised, but honestly, I'm not. It's Salavir, and I think he got what he wanted from modifying the speech. For once, I think he wanted to kind of justify the war and make others believe for some reason that Mars is this bad guy that um, defied the Earth and endangered the Earth and Earthers, and they are the bad guy and we are the good people, that we are doing our best to survive and prosper over Mars, and. And second, I really think he wanted to get rid of Anna. He saw her influence over the Secretary General, um, and with her there, it would have been harder for him to kind of control, because honestly, the Secretary General is kind of a puppet there, and he's doing whatever, I don't know, it's like he agrees with one person, but then the other person comes around and tells him something different and he agrees with that. So like, she was talking about like I don't know, not her, Christian was talking about the Secretary General past, about his his life as a protester, and I think she was there and something happened. I don't know exactly what he was protesting against, but whatever it was, he pretty much won. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe some government people and he didn't agree with, and he gathered other people to agree with him and take down that person, and maybe he was put instead. I don't know, but something happened. Maybe because she brought up these 37 people that died, maybe it was kind of a violent protest, and he kindly suggested people, to do whatever it takes to take the power back or something. I don't know. And the protesters got violent and start fighting with the military and the police, and they got hurt and killed as well because of his words. I don't know, but something happened there, and this time it was kind of the last drop for Anna, and she's trying to come back home. I hope nothing happens to her. I don't know, that whole thing, I'm coming home every time is not a good sign, but I hope. She got the message from Christian, the video with Sadavir, and I think she has to be very careful with that. First of all, I don't think she should confront Sadavir. I don't know, kind of telling him about the message. I think it's very dangerous. But also, in a way, I don't think she should show that message to the Secretary General as well. Because this war happened because of Sadavir, and Secretary General agreed to it. So if Sadavir was wrong and started this war for, the wrong purpose, he's involved as well. So is he willing to step down and face the consequences just to take down Sadavir? Because I don't think he can bring Sadavir to justice and, show the people what he did without blaming himself as well. So maybe just broadcast it to the world. But also I don't think she will do that because, she's not into... She will know that protests again will start and people will get hurt. So no. Also, Holden, Amos, and Prax saved 3 people from a Martian ship that was destroyed during the war. It was kind of near Jupiter, and they tried to hijack the Rocinante. It didn't work that well, and characters, I love them. I really love what they did with Bobby. They could have easily, fight them off, or make her fight them off, and yay. But no, they went with her talking to them, and it was a really nice touch. It was kind of foreshadow when she was talking with Christian that she's not a spy. She is not very good with talking. So apparently she is, and I'm so happy they went with this. I think for the first time I am happy Amos wasn't involved. And Christian sent or gave the message to one of the Martians to take it back to their captain, and that captain sent a message to Souther, and I'm so afraid that the Emerald will see it, because again he took over the Gata King, and then he will send it to Sadavir. But again, I don't trust anyone. I don't have high expectations for almost anyone. But maybe a miracle happens and he doesn't know that Sadavir killed the Martian Prime Minister, and does something good for once. But he is involved with Sadavir, so he will never rat Sadavir out. So it's not that I do understand what Christian was trying to do. Send that message to as many people as possible, so he will, maybe one of them will send it where it should, but not Agatha King. Again, she doesn't know that the Emerald is there and he is working with Sadavir, but damn. Also, the things between the crew start to get back to normal. Well, not back to normal, but at least, a little better. The last episode, Alex and Naomi, kind of reconciliate in a way. And this episode, Holden and Naomi, kind of manage to talk a bit, at least look at each other. But Amos, still nothing. And honestly, I don't blame him. Like, he trusted her so much with his own life. He believed that every decision she takes is the best. Like, she's a good person with good intentions, and he believed that. I think he values the truth a lot, and for her to kind of lie to him and go against everyone and keep that a secret, I think it crushed him. It will take a long time for them to go back to their normal self. But in a way, honestly, it's not that I have something with Naomi because I like her. But honestly, I don't want the things to go back to normal. In the beginning, Amos, I don't know, felt like a tag dog that went after Naomi wherever she went. Like, it felt like he doesn't have a personality. I like this Amos. Even if he follows Holden, but it's not the way he followed Naomi. He follows him more like a leader than just, I don't know, a master. Does it make sense? Katoa. It's getting worse, pretty much. But it did seem that it was going between himself and the protomolecule, like trying to. They were kind of fighting for control over the body. Kind of. Sometimes it was obvious that Katoa was talking, and then when the protomolecule was talking, it was like, again, very obvious. And I don't think Katoa is strong enough, and it's not even possible to regain control over your body, over the protomolecule. He disassembled a person, his nurse. It's obvious, it's the same thing that the protomolecule on Venus did to the Arbogast, just, to learn how the machine is working and every piece, how it goes together. But now, did it to a person. And honestly, I don't like that. I don't like that the protomolecule got interested in how humans are working. I don't know, I just find it kind of scary, but it's because, again, more things it learns, more dangerous it's getting. So, knowing about humans, not good. Damn. It was that part with Strickland when Kato was looking at him and he saw like through his skin. I think it was the nervous system because there was the brain. But because of how Kotoa is reacting to the protomolecule, Mao changed his mind. And of course, I knew it wouldn't last. I had a bit of hope. Again, I shouldn't have, but you know, Mao is back in business, and of course he is. I don't know why I thought he has some kind of remorse over using kids, because he doesn't. He wanted to stop the experiment because they didn't got any results of it from it. So why continue it? In his mind it was useless, so let's stop here. And not because, the kids. I mean, he sacrificed his own daughter pretty much. So what am I expecting? I know he doesn't want a weapon out of it. I know he wants to go, get to the bottom of the protomolecule, but he's also sending hybrids to Sadavir, so I think this is all I have to say about this episode. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time. Bye!